everybody. Happy Thursday. You guys are very prompt. Kim, I was laughing. You said you set your phone alarm so you would remember. I said, well, it's a good job. We got to use whatever tools we have these days, right? Suzanne, hello. I think I need to have like a button for you because you're always my first one in my live. What time is it? Okay, as I'm just reading the notes here. Robin, hey there. I guess Tim did a live today on a Facebook impromptu live, right? I guess he has a new pouch celebrating his 20 years of a Ranger. And then I saw Simon says, Stamp, I think that they're giving their little pouches away for free. That I don't collect that kind of stuff. It just kind of ends up getting dusty in my workroom. But yeah, I got your little text or whatever, Robin, telling me about that. So I appreciate that. So, I actually have something planned today, and it might actually work into Sunday because the project is a little bit big, but I really wanted to finish it for you guys. So if whatever we get to today, we'll do like the base and some of the embellishments, and then we'll finish up on Sunday, and hopefully that'll work for everybody. It's a really cute project, and you're going to be able to make it. For those of you that bought those ledger cards, you're going to be able to get a head start on it, so that's nice. So that's what we're going to work on today, is just like a little book, and then we're going to decorate it. And the one that my prototype that I was working on is not Christmassy, but you can certainly make it Christmas, and maybe that's what we'll do today, because I kind of missed the boat on Christmas in July. I didn't do any Christmas in July, so maybe we'll do Christmas in August. I don't know. So anyway, Kim, you're at work. You see, you just got to put on your headphones and then put your hair over it so nobody knows you're listening. Couple of announcements. Don't forget that the Halloween Hoopla registration is still open. I think I have one kit left. I can't remember. But I did send out an email to the people that registered. If you want your kit early, because there is some stamp sets in there, there's some dies in there. If you want it early and want to start playing with it, just send me an email. Robin, I did get your message. I'm going to get yours out to you along with the other items that you wanted. And yeah, it's a good time. If there's anything that you want, I can combine your shipping. So so if you guys, if there's anything else in the shop that you want, and then you want me to send out your holiday hoopla kit, I can include those with your shipping, so that way I can refund some of your shipping overage. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was I am kind of revamping the shop a little bit, and I did send out, I know I didn't send out an email, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I put it in the Facebook group. I have a new section. It's called Ideology. And yeah, that's Tim Holtz stuff. So I have a lot, well, not a lot, I have some ideology left over from some of the kits that I put together over the last few years, and there's no way I'm going to use it all. So I did open up a section called Ideology, and I'm going to start going through some of my craft items that I gathered for kits, and I'm going to be listing those. So I have some Halloween stuff from last year. It's not the new release stuff. It's stuff that I've used from kits in the past. So be sure to check it out. And I'm hoping to add more as well. I have boxes of stuff, so I just need to go through it and figure out where I'm at. And then, getting rid of some of the older stuff, the multiple older stuff, because some of the stuff I'm hanging on to. Like I had packages of paper dolls, and I ain't getting rid of those. I'm hanging on to those, especially the Halloween ones. Yeah, there is some stuff, so be sure to check that out. And then also, I know, Robin, you and I have had conversations about this, my affiliate links. An affiliate link is a company that I'm associated with, and if you buy product from that shop, I get a small percentage. In the description box of all of my videos, I have my links to the companies that I affiliate with. So if you could just, check out the description box, get familiar with what companies I am affiliated with, and if there's ever, product that you're buying from those stores, if you just come over to my YouTube channel and click on my links for that shop, it does give me a small percentage, and that kind of goes into the income to be able to support, the shop, because there's expenses with running the shop, and believe me, I'm not making a fortune off that shop. It's just a way for me to share some of the things that I love with you guys, and then we can craft together. So if you're ever curious what shops I'm affiliated with, you can find those in the description box of my YouTube channel. So I hope that helps. All right. Let me go ahead and transition down, and we will get started. Let's see. Okay. All right, messy desk, messy desk. That is my MO, of course. So let me bring this down, and we can figure out what we got going on here. All right. So, I will get out the kit of the month tomorrow, or maybe tonight if I can get my act together. For those of you that are Backstage Pass holders, and, Backstage Pass, you guys get all of my digitals for free, but for those of you that are the kit of the month, I send you a free digital kit every month. So I'm going to get those out either tonight or tomorrow. Some of the things I think I'm playing with today are in the kit. Anyway, and then I have been working on a new kit. This is, I'm creating like a black and white kit. And here's some of the little characters. This is going to be next month, not August, but September's kit of the month. So that's what's nice about owning the shop, is I get to play with the stuff even before it's listed. But these are cute little characters, aren't they? So I thought maybe, I always like to try out my digitals before I actually put them in a kit. So I am playing with these, and of course the kit will be big, or it's not going to just be little cute little people. But I thought maybe we would play with it today. All right. So what we're going to make is this little book right here. Now, this little book started out with just this little piece right here. And then, like anything, my projects kind of progress. And once I had this made, I just started adding and playing, and that's kind of how it happens with my classes. I don't always know what my project's going to be until I kind of start messing with it. And these are projects that happen over days. So I started out making this, and then it had a little pocket here, and then it kind of fell into a little booklet. And you guys know that we've been making these clusters, and I really wanted, go down here, I really wanted to be able to share what you can do with some of these clusters, so I thought I would add this in. So this is one of the clusters that I just kind of popped in here. And I thought we would, make the little booklet and then maybe decorate a few of the pages. Hopefully that sounds good. Does that sound like a plan, everybody? Hopefully y'all are up for that. So let's get going. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to make the little file tab. Now, these file tabs, again, were inspired by Mr. Holtz himself, of course. But, we've seen file tabs all over the place. He wasn't the inventor of them, but this is one of his kits. What I did is I just kind of took the inspiration off of that. So these will be used another day. We're making our own. And the reason that I liked my own is because I liked the lined paper. And I know that you guys have this. Many of you alls bought this. So I want to show you how I put this together. All right, so really easy, guys. So here is your sheet, and what you want to do essentially is just take it and just let me think here. What do I want to do? See, I already forgot. Yeah, take it and fold it in half. All right. See, I already forgot how to do it. And then take a bone folder or whatever you got to make sure it's nice and creased. Okay. And then once you have it folded, what you want to do is get your trimmer, and you want to trim right above the account number. You see here? You want to trim right above this here, okay? So that's the first thing we've got to do. Okay, so let me just line this up here. Really close, but I didn't cut it off, so that's good. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, so now that we've got this trimmed, don't throw away your scraps because we're going to use those. You know that I like to use my scraps. The next thing you want to do is you want to figure out where your tab is going to be. So on this particular one, I did it in the middle. On this one, it's on the side, and then of course if you want it on the other side, you just kind of do it on that. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side here, and the easiest way to do this is you need to decide if this hole bothers you. So for instance, on this, let me see, on this particular one, I trimmed it getting rid of the hole. But see, my tab is a lot smaller. On this one, this was the hole right here, and I just covered it with a little piece of ephemera. No big deal. And then there was another one around here, yeah, where I just put a little ticket tab, and then I rounded the corners. So you just got to decide where your comfort is as far as this hole punch. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, why don't we just trim it off? You don't want to do that because it's going to make your file folder a little bit too small. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so since I already have one, I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to put my line here. So I would recommend doing this with pencil. And of course, I don't have a pencil handy, so I'm just going to do a little tick mark here. Figure out exactly where it's going to be, and then just do a little mark for yourself, right? And then you're going to get your scoreboard out, and you're just going to score. Where are we going to score? We're going to score to right above that line. Do you see how you have 3 lines here? Score to get you right above that line. Okay, so just something like that, okay? And then turn it over, and then you're going to have to find, and I want to say it's a 1/2 inch. That's what I'm going to say. Go ahead and score it right to where you did your first score. So you should have a cut line here. which should make it pretty easy for you. Everybody with me so far? Pretty easy, right? It's not brain surgery, thank goodness. All right, so I'm gonna do my little snip right there to that line, and then, you know, whatever you're comfortable with, even if you need to fold it a little bit to help you, you just want to make sure that you can see where you want to cut. Okay, everybody good so far? I'm going to trim this just a little bit more. Okay, all right. Now essentially you have the start of your file folder. Now this file folder, as you can see, I trimmed it down. I cut it down to, I want to say, yeah, 6 inches. If you want a larger one, go for it. It doesn't need to be small, and I'll show you the paper we're going to be adding to it in a minute. So that's going to be your choice, whether you want it longer or shorter. It's just a preference. There's no right or wrong to it. You just need to decide. And then, okay, so Robin so far is the big commenter. So maybe I'll give away something to the person that comments the most. We'll see. No promises, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to round my corners here. And I probably did the wrong rounder, but that's alright. So round your corner, and then you want to round all of your corners. So whatever you got. Okay, it's pretty good. And then let's see. So once you've got your file folder, you're pretty much good to go. Alright, sorry, I dropped a little piece of paper, a scrap, and I had to get it. It was bothering me. So yeah, so we'll leave this one big, and I'll show you how to do the inserts. So the inserts, the inserts are these oversized ledger paper, and I just put these in the shop for you guys. I have several old ledger books that I'm finally getting around to adding some of the paper in there. So this is what I used. And here's how I did it. So the first thing I did was I cut off, you know, right at the edge where the hole is, I cut it off. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to do. And then from there, you're going to fold it in half. So let's just pretend I've cut it off. We'll do that in just a minute. And then you want to fold it in half. Okay? Let me just cut this real quick. Now I would use my paper trimmer ordinarily, but I don't want to get up and leave you guys hanging. So let me just trim this real quick. Now again, don't throw away your scraps because we're going to stamp on them. See, that's probably why I have so many little pieces of paper in my room, because I never get rid of anything. Alright, so once you have it trimmed and folded in half, what you want to do is you want to cut this in half, okay? Now, if you put this through the trimmer and just cut it a little bit, you're going to be fine, because you have to have it trimmed a little bit anyway. So let's see. Trying to be even here. Okay. All right. Now you have two pieces, right? You're going to take these two pieces and you're going to fold them in half. And then these are going to be your inserts, as you can see here. Pretty easy, right? Now, what you're going to need to do is figure out, how many did I have? I think I had 8, yeah, which is 2 of these. So you're going to need to, what are you going to need to do? You're going to need to figure out how tall this is. So this comes to, and I'm just going to do a little mark, no big deal. I'm just going to do it right here under 23. Okay. So I'm going to line up to 23. And trim. Don't throw this away. You guys know not to throw away your scraps. Alright, now I have it at a reasonable piece, and now I'm going to go ahead and just trim it a little bit, just so my paper is even. And it should get you to about 4 inches, somewhere around there. Alright, so there you go. And you're going to do that twice. So you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. Alright, now if you want to put something other than ledger paper, you can put anything that's somewhat thin. So this particular one, let me see how tall this is. That maybe we would put in a music sheet as well. Let's see, so I'll mark this about right. All right, here. So let's trim this down first so it's easier to work with. And I don't think I have these in the shop, but I will put them after the video. And these are old. It's from an old music book. So, alright, and then I'm going to trim this just a bit. Alright. And then what we'll do is we'll fold it in half. I'm going to figure out if this is going to be, fold it in half. Yeah, see, it's a little, well, that's actually just about right, isn't it? Yeah, so let's go ahead and fold it in half. And if we need to trim it, we'll trim it. No big deal. Maybe trim it a little bit, right? Alright, so we'll trim it just a bit. And again, you want to get it to about the 4-inch mark. And then just trim it just a bit. And I think I needed to trim a little bit here too. Alright, so here's another item we can put in our journal, right? Nice. And then, you know, any paper, any vintage paper that you might have would certainly work in here. I'm going to probably be making a few of these and stick them in the shop with different paper. But I just kind of wanted to show you, you don't have to just use ledger paper. You can certainly use other paper that you might have, right? So yeah, pretty easy. And then of course, you know, I like to round my corners. Trim that just a little bit more. So let's see here. Let me round my corners. All right. And then let's go ahead and do one more. I have one already pretty much ready to go. I just need to trim it. So let's figure out. I think it was 23, wasn't it? I don't have any numbers on this side. All right. You guys still with me? Awfully quiet out there. All right, so let me just do a little mark. And do a little trim. Save your scraps. 23, yeah, I let's see. Actually, that's exactly what it was, Robin. You're right. 23. And then let's see if we can trim this just a bit. All right. And this should be enough for one little file book. And you know, these can be signatures, kind of like, oh, I didn't share this with you. Kind of like what we did last Sunday, where we made these little signature books. You know, you can make these little file signature books and then create a hardcover. But yeah, I ended up, after our live, I went ahead and I finished decorating the other 3 that were in there. It came out really cute. And then I did stick this in the shop for you guys. But yeah, so these little file folders that you're making can be signatures to go in a bigger journal. So that's kind of what we're doing here, is we're kind of building up to a journal. So let me just trim these a little bit, and then just go ahead and there you go. Pretty easy, right? And then I'm going to show you how See, I want to trim this a little bit. I don't like how it's sticking out. I must have done that on this one. I must have trimmed it a little bit more. Or it's fatter. Let me see. Oh yeah, so on this particular one it's a little bit fatter. But no big deal. So unless you like your paper sticking out, I don't necessarily like that. I'm going to trim it a little bit. Just so it could be hidden underneath. All right, so let's figure this out. And I'm going to do it in smaller pieces. Okay. Robin, yeah, send me an email afterwards so I don't forget. You're so funny. But yeah, I can do that. You crack me up. Alright, so let me just see where I'm at. Yeah, I think that will work. So instead of 4, I'm going to go ahead and trim it to 3 3/4. So 3 3/4. Alright, and that should work for us. So again, it's just, with me, my crafting has always been trial and error. I don't typically have measurements. I just make things work. I'm certainly not a perfectionist, so I don't need my projects to be perfect. If you are, you're probably watching the wrong person, because I certainly am not. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I mean, you could even go down a little bit more if you wanted to, but I think I'm okay with it. Well, Let me think. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. All right. So now that we have our little file folder, or whatever you want to call it, we need to bind it. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can certainly use your needle and thread to do that. I use staples to do mine, but not everybody has those staples that, you know, that fit in. And I think I showed you this technique before. I take, that's not what I do. I'm lying. I pop out a couple of staples, and I'm going to need 3 for the bigger one. Okay, so I pop out staples, and then I manually add them to my journals. So I think I've shared this technique with you before. Don't want to lose those. Now you are going to need to still punch holes. And I had my, let me get my, oh, I had my hole puncher around here somewhere. So, and if you need to, you know, you can put little marks. I don't like putting marks. I just kind of eyeball it. Alright, so just figure out where the middle is. Figure out where the middle is. 32, so half of 20, well, it's not going to work because you have that. So just eyeball it, y'all. Just, it doesn't have to be perfect. Somewhere like that. Okay, so that is about the middle, right? And then just get your stapler, or your staple, I should say. And probably should have done it a little bit farther up. But again, like I said, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm going to figure out exactly where this second hole needs to go. And it looks like about, I don't know, right there, I guess. So you're manually stapling your journals in. And I know this isn't exactly in the middle. So do a better job than I just did, but that's okay. I don't care. And then just bend it down. Be careful. Don't, you know, I don't have nails, but don't poke yourself, because this is a staple with some sharp edges. Right? Okay, so there's one. And then this one, let's see if we can do a little better job of making it in the middle. So we'll do this one, I guess, here. Okay, so that's where that one's going to go. Right, and then so we'll put that right there. Just gotta make sure it goes all the way through. Little bugger doesn't want to go in. Okay, so there we go. So that's staple number 2, right? And again, like I said, if you'd rather sew it with your wax thread or your DCM, it's cross stitch thread. I can't remember what it's called. I mean, you can use that, you know, regular thread, certainly, I'm sure you can use that. Just whatever you got. Whatever you got. Okay. And then we'll do the last one. Where's my other staple? I lost my staple. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. Okay, so third one. I guess we'll start somewhere right there. Right? Okay. And then let's see. Figure out where that second hole needs to go. The first. I guess about right there. You kind of have to be exact for your staple to fit. So just kind of. Usually I say you don't need to be a perfectionist, but with these staples, you know, you have to make sure that you got it the right size, or else your staple won't go in. So that's the one thing where you got to kind of be exact. But it's not hard to do. All right. You got to make sure your hole goes all the way through. Let's see. There we go. All right. And then, just kind of what we've been doing is just push down your staple. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this if you have, you know, a lot of papers. It could get a little bit more difficult, but this isn't a very thick journal, so you should be all right. You can, yeah, I think you can do that as well. I mean, and what Robin is saying is do it this way. I mean, if you're able to get it in, you know, and it'll work for you, sure, why not? This is just as easy for me. So whatever way is easiest for you, I would say do it that way. Alright. So just kind of doing a little quick cleanup right here. And see if I can find my bone folder. Probably not. I'll use this one here. See if I can crease this a little bit more. Pretty easy, right? Not too bad. Okay. So what do you guys think? Now you've got a nice little journal. And like I said, maybe we'll do this one of these days too. We'll create a little book for it. You know, you can create a little journal book to put these in. I'm just kind of showing you right now. Maybe we'll do that. And then, you know, it would just go like that. Of course, it would be sized down, you guys. But yeah, that's kind of how a signature works. So pretty easy. Not too difficult. Definitely. All right, so now that we have our journal book, the next thing do you guys have any questions so far? And I'll wait a minute here while I tidy up just a bit, because I think we're going to turn this into a little Christmas one. We'll use our little elf, maybe my little girls. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions while I kind of tidy up and fussy cut these little characters. So these ledger sheets, if you haven't gotten one yet, they come in sets of, I don't remember, I don't want to tell you wrong. I think you get 15 in the set, I can't remember, don't quote me on that. But they are in the shop. I know several of you have already purchased these, so it should be pretty easy for you to make. And what I would say, typically, you know, your books come in signatures of 3. So if you are going to create these, create 3 of them, and I'll make sure when I send out the ledger paper that you have enough to put 3 in. let me just fussy cut this, and then I'll look to see if anybody had any questions. Robin, 10. Robin, 10 what? The ledger sheets? Yeah, I can't remember. So it's a little warm in here today. Okay, I'm just fussy cutting this little character. And I printed these on sticker sheets. Little fussy cutting here. So one thing, if fussy cutting, or if you don't have a scan and cut, if you don't like fussy cutting, digitals probably aren't for you. Yeah. But digitals are a lot cheaper too, so I guess that kind of is the offset, right? Okay. Let's see. Robin, busting my chops. It's alright. So have any of you guys been watching the Olympics? I know we probably all watch gymnastics and swimming, right? Those are the most popular. Yes, with the digitals, you're right. You can continue to reprint them. And that's actually why I got into it, is because I was tired of using all of my ephemera pieces and then running out. So, yeah. I wish I could create my own remnant rubs. Okay, so here we go. So here's my little character. Isn't it cute? Alright guys, so let's figure out what we're going to do. So, of course, we're going to add another, I mean, we can do this a couple ways. You can decorate it right on top, or you can add. I'm going to actually add to it because I like the little pocket. So, let me see, how big is this even? Let's see. This is 7.5 inches long. So let me trim this really quickly. Okay. I'm going to have it actually a little thinner than that. And then as far as it being how wide it is right at about 3.5. So let's start out at 3 1/4. Well, let's do 3 1/4. We can always trim off more if we need to. Right? Yeah, it's pretty good, I think. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then I think I'm going to trim a little bit more. pretty good, I think. Maybe a little bit more. Just an eensy beensy bit more. All right. There we go. So now we have our, what is this? Item? All right. And then I didn't round the corners on this. You can if you want to. I just chose not to. And then we can just start decorating it. Okay. So hopefully y'all are kind of caught up where we're at. We made the little book, right? And then we made this little piece that's going to go right here. Before we get ahead of ourselves, though, maybe we'll save the decorating for Sunday. I want to show you how I made these little tags. Now, of course, you know, you can use your ephemera pieces from Ideology. But I want to share with you some of mine that I've made. So let's just do a quick little cleanup. My little characters go right there. Okay. So I have been creating some of my own little pieces. All right, this is the little elf that was on this guy here. So I'm thinking about creating some more characters. I made the elf employee badge last year, one of my digitals. So I'm thinking about making a black and white version this year, but this is the little elf. Isn't it cute? So again, I've just been kind of playing. But here's some of the other ephemera pieces that I've made that can go, you know, as your little hangy piece. So here's just a few pieces that I made. I beheaded him. Yes, because it needed to be an ID badge. But yeah, so here's some of the pieces that I made. Let's see, what else do I have here? But I want to kind of show you how I did this. So as you can see, I have several pieces here. This is why I said don't throw away your ledger sheets, because you can make small pieces. But let me show you what stamp sets I used. So a few stamp sets. All right, so the first one, of course, is this one, and you guys have all seen this one. This is in my shop. I think I have it available. I have to check. If not, I'll make it available. But this is what I used for some of the little ticket ephemera pieces. I didn't use this one yet, but I'm going to. This is a really old Stampers Anonymous one. Keep having to adjust. And it has some really great images for backgrounds. This is a really good one. You got your ticket, your little clock. If you want to make some ticket clusters, you know, this is a great set for that as well. Of course, you don't want to forget ticket booth, right? Always a favorite. And then for those of you, you might have the dies. I have the dies that go with this. So this is another great one. And then this one, which some of you may not be familiar with, is from Crafty Individuals. Now, some of you might cringe, but this was one piece. It was like a background piece, and that's not how I wanted to use it. And I contemplated, I've had this stamp set for a while, and I've contemplated for, I want to say years, because it really has been years, cutting it apart, and today was the day. I did separate it. I didn't separate these because I think this would be an easy stamp. But I didn't necessarily want to stamp the whole background. I wanted to be able to pick and choose, especially this little round one, because I wanted to be able to, you know, stamp little round pieces. So what I would say to people that are cringing because I've cut my stamp set up, it's my stamp set. You know, if it's something you're not comfortable with, don't do it. But if you're okay with it, then do it. You know, and I have these really great little pouches that I've found that I'm putting all my little smalls in. So, you know, I won't lose them, and it works for me. So I've said my piece. So let's go ahead and make a few of these. Shall we? Shall we? All right. So maybe we'll do this first. Okay, so this was the piece that we cut off for the little book, right? So let me get my blocks here. And what should I do first? Let's play with some of these first. I was playing with these earlier, but let's see if I can, and I want something long, so I think that was a good one for that. And then that can go there, and then this one can go here. So whether you want to keep the accounts receivable ledger, you know, typing or not is completely up to you. But yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp these. So let's see, what color should I use? I like red. So this is Barn Door Archival ink. Alright, and just a real slight hand. You don't need to push down real hard. And then what I've been doing, where is it? I have this background here that I've just been doing my second stamping, and I'll probably use this as a background. Alright, so there's that one. Let's do this one in black. Okay. Robin, I think this live is just you and me, because you and I are the only ones chatting. Okay. There you go. And then my second hand stamping. And then this book one. We'll do alright. There you go. So like I said, it doesn't take a heavy hand. Let's stamp this. Okay. And then let's put these away so we don't lose them. So books goes here. Here, and then my date, 1808. Right there. Okay, perfect. And then you can just, Kim, you're there? Okay, I know you were real good about chatting on Sundays. I get sometimes on weekdays people can't chit chat. Alright, so Alright, so there's that one. It's that one, and then, okay. Now that one's going to have the little hole because I want to keep the accounts receivable. But we'll tighten it up a little bit. Alright. And then if you want to, you know, your little corner puncher, right? Right. So now you have like a little tag that already has a hole. Yes, make your own snippets, exactly. Been kind of into smalls lately. I'm not sure what the attraction is, but kind of hooked. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's why we saved that piece. All right, now for the bigger items, let's see, what do we have here? What haven't I used? All right. Oh, love this one that says 45 cents. So let's do that one. And then New York is fun. All of these are really fun. These are great. Round trip ticket. That's a good one too. So let's start with that, I guess. Okay, so I think, yeah, that'll fit. Oh, barely, huh? Okay. Let's see if I can line it up straight. Alright, so this is 45 cents. What color should we put this in? Maybe red? I'm a big fan of red. Have you figured that out? Okay, so yeah, you want to be careful. See, I got a little ambitious there with my ink. And then this is the first time I'm using this stamp, so let's see how it works. Not terrible. We'll do another one. Let's see. Okay, let's do another one. Okay. Now, if you want a perfect stamp, you can definitely use your Misty, but for these, since I'm layering on top of them, I don't need them to be, you know, I don't need them to be perfect, but that's entirely up to you. I mean, that's good enough for me. And then let's do our, this is pretty big, but that's all right. And then let's trim this. So, yeah, my new stamp set from Stampers Anonymous, I just got the notification is getting shipped, so I'm pretty excited about that because we'll get to play with it pretty soon. So that's pretty good. We'll just play with one right now. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to get my walnut stain. If you wanted to, August. I'm gonna do a date. Okay. So I added a date just because I wanted to. So let's go ahead and add our walnut stain. Okay, and then let's see, what else do I have on my desk here? Do I have my, there it is, my walnut stain distress spritz? Maybe we'll, let's see. Pretty good, right? Let's see. There you go. And then I'll round my corner, or not round, but you know, do my corners there. Alright, pretty good, right? Pretty good. Now if we wanted to stamp something there, we could, and let me put this away so I don't lose it. Alright, now here's where I can maybe use one of these. So this is what I was talking about before, being able to use, oh, I don't want to lose that. You know, one of the smaller pieces. And I'm going to do blue. I want a different color. I don't want red. So let's do this. Let's see. Trying to make sure it's right side up. August. There it is. Okay. So let's just do, I don't know, right there maybe? That's pretty good, right? And then see, this piece is kind of big. I probably wouldn't use this as an attachment, but it can certainly, we can certainly make a cluster out of it. So let's see, what else do we got here? What else? Let's see. Just kind of looking at my my stamps here. It's always a decision. So yeah, so as you can see, you can add to your stamps. You don't have to just use the one stamp and be done. So that looks pretty good. And then I love little stars. I don't know why. I always have to have stars in blue. So I think it would fit right there. Yeah? Look at that. And then maybe something right here, right? What do you think? I'm just kind of looking at my choices. How about if we just put some numbers? No, I don't like that. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but I love how I take such care in choosing what I'm going to use. So maybe if we just go as simple as ticket. I don't want it to run into my 45 though. Something thin. And it probably won't even show anyway because we're going to layer, but you know, you never know, right? Hey, Debbie. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Alright, so there's one piece. And then we can layer on it, right? So, like I said, I know this piece is a little too big for the book we're making, but you guys get the idea. Got my snippets here. Maybe do something like that, right? Mix and match. Do we have? What else do we have? It actually isn't too bad in itself. Maybe we'll do one more. Let's see what else I can find on my desk here. Let's use, let's make a little ticket. Alright, yeah, these are small enough. Alright, so let's see. Let's make this one. And I think I'm going to do that out of green, just to add some color. What do you guys think? Here we go. Hey, Jennifer. Alright, so let's add some green, and let's find a scrap piece of paper here. Got enough scraps on my desk. Alright. Oh, I can maybe put a little ticket too. Let's see. There's a scrap. Ooh, I like that. Let's make a couple of these. nice. Okay. And then we'll trim these. God, look how good those came out, you guys. Oh, I love that. Look at that. And then we'll just put this, maybe, I don't know. Maybe like that. We'll do a staple, maybe. Why not? Trying to decide how I want my staple. Alright. I like it. Alright. So there's a cluster right there that we can use. And then I like to add little charms. So let's see. A little charm. Should we put it off here? Let's just put it here, I guess. Or maybe down here. Can't decide. And I always get confused how these go. Do they go? I think they go this way. I don't know. I always forget. Anyway. Anywho. And then we can put like a little charm there. In fact, let's see if we can find something right now. Oh, we should do like a November 25th. Do I have another one of those? There's my little stamper. Let's see. That there. What's this? Oh, that's the clock. November 25th. So November 25th was on this one right here. So let's do that. 1967, November 25th. Is that a significant date for anybody? Right. And then we'll need to punch a hole. I don't think I'm going to put an eyelet through this one though. I'll just leave it. Alright, so let's see. Like this, right? And then like this. see if we can figure this out. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, so just a little hangy. And if you don't like that, you don't have to put anything on it, but you know, maybe put it a little higher so it hangs over this. You know, and if you don't like that, just keep it as the eyelet itself. I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy about that, to be honest with you. So let me, I mean, an eyelet can be just decor, right? Maybe I'll put it here or here. I'm just trying to think about this. I love metal elements as embellishments. So let's see if we like this better. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will. If not, we can just leave it as it is. Let me see. Maybe it won't work. It's all trial and error. Anyway, so yeah. So maybe we'll keep it, maybe we won't. But you guys get the idea. Maybe we'll put it like that. See? Yeah, so you guys get the idea. But what we were really doing is we were making little embellishments for our book. So let's get back to that. But I just wanted to kind of show you what stamp sets I was using, and show you, you know, how to make more clusters for your journal books. All right, so let's get back to our book. Put it around here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so where are we at with the time? Been going an hour and 18 minutes. All right, we'll go a few more minutes. And then we'll finish this up on Sunday. Okay. Where is... Okay, so we had the piece that goes here, right? And we have now lost it. Alright, so I guess we're going to make another one. Okay, so this was 7.5. How I measure, I eyeball things. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad. All right. Perfect. Okay, so once you have this together, of course, you know, you want to add your walnut stain to your edges. So that's what I'm doing here. Grunge it up. right? And what I love about using these journal pages is you can stamp on these lines, you know, your stamp sets that you have with signatures and numbers and dates. I mean, you can stamp this to your heart's content. You can add a little, you know, pocketbook in here if you want to. We did this last week where we made, you know, these pockets with the library cards. Where is this? So you can, you know, add one of these to the little journal book if you wanted to. Just, you know, all of my videos are just continuous adding on. So some of the techniques, you know, that we've done in the past, you can incorporate them into, you know, your projects. And that's what it's really all about, is just learning skills, getting, you know, getting new skills, and continuing to add to that skill level to make your projects, you know, more and more in depth. So hopefully I'm accomplishing that with you. All right, so now that we've got that grunged up, let's go ahead and do the base of this. We'll stamp this and then we'll call it a day. So I don't think a lot of you guys are going to have this stencil, but this, I'm going to show you this technique, and you can do this with any of your stencils really. So the first thing I did is I grunged this up. So let's do that really quickly. And I don't even remember what I used, y'all. Let's see. Let's just grab some old paper, I guess. Some antique linen, maybe. Alright, so my spritzer. You know, let's spritz with this to see what happens. All right, not bad. I like it. Okay. And then let's see. Just want to get some of that ink off. And come in with, what is this? This is old paper. And this isn't the technique. We're just kind of getting ready for the technique here. Okay. All right. Now, once you've got your inks established, what I did is what did I do? Oh yeah, that's what I did. I got my water spritzer and I sprayed my blending tool, and then I just kind of pounced because I wanted kind of like a shadowy background, and it's oh so light. I mean, you can see it, but it's barely. But that's really what I wanted. You know, if you want to have it a little bit darker, what you can do is, I don't want to do it with that one. Well, I guess we could do it with this one. You know, get a blending tool that has a little bit darker ink, but again, you don't want it to overshadow. You just want to have it kind of like a I don't know, kind of like, you know, just like a shadow. I mean, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is just a shadow. I mean, that almost is a little bit too much, but it'll dry out. But I just want a little bit of a shadow. See, that's too much. But it's okay. I mean, it's alright, because I kind of want it grungy. Most of this is going to get covered anyway, so I'm not overly concerned. But that's how I was able to get the background effect. And you can, again, it's oh so slight, because we did a lot of stamping on this. But you just want to be able to get the ink to react, and you can do that by using water. We're going to add another layer right now. Let's see. Ooh, that's dark, Monica. Oof. Got a little carried away there. But maybe, let's see. We'll blend it out. I'm not worried about it. See, I got overzealous. I got overconfident. Let's find a blending tool. As my dad would say, I got rambunctious. Alright, so let's see if we can blend this out a little bit. It's just a background. I'm not overly concerned, like I said. See, it's already getting toned down. See, that's kind of what I was looking for. It's just a real subtle background. I wonder what happened if I just sprayed water. Should we try it? Let's see. Industrial. In Germany. Let's see. So I'm gonna go for it. Where is my paper towel? I honestly believe in playtime, because you never know what you're going to be able to do until you play, right? Okay. Yeah, it didn't do much, did it? Okay. Maybe if I soak it up. Ooh, see, that's what I was going for. Can you see that? Just oh so subtle. And then put numbers here maybe. See, so it's just real subtle, and that's what I was looking to do for the background. Let's do one more. What else do I have here that I could use? Maybe this 15. Because remember, we're going to be stamping over this, but I just wanted a real subtle background, and I kind of achieved it. Can we maybe do something with... Yeah, it's too dark. So 7 I was just messing with. Watermarks, yeah, that's exactly what I was looking to do. Robin watermarks. That's good. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Oh, I like it. All right, I don't want to get carried away. But anyway, yeah, so I don't even know what this is called, to be honest with you. It's just an old stencil. But if you have, you know, any stencil, you can get like a watermark effect for your background. And then once it completely dries, then you're ready to embellish it and stamp on it. Is my walnut stain for my edges. It's all watery. Oh my gosh, Monica, it's still watery. That's all right. We'll blend it in. And if you don't like, you know, the way it turned out, do another one. I mean, I kind of like the randomness of what I get. I didn't expect it to be that dark on the edges, but I kind of like how it framed it. I think it looks pretty cool. And then this is going to be what goes here, you know, and then we'll create the pocket and whatnot. So the last thing before we go, and like I said, we're going to finish this up on Sunday. Hopefully everybody's cool with that. And I won't glue this on because I want to do this first. I want to stamp this. So, you know, we want to put something here. And I think I want to do identification check. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can get this done here. And let's do this in black. Where is my black ink? There's my red, there's my black. Okay. All right. So there's that. And And then what do I want to put here? So we got sheet number, so maybe we'll put a number right there, right? We'll do that in red. Sheet number, oops, let's not put it upside down, 3404, all right. It's pretty good. And then, what else do we have? So this is going to cover this. So maybe we'll do this one. Return forwarding postage guaranteed. All right. Sounds good to me. Let's see if we can get a good image here. Excuse my head if it's in the camera. Ooh, wow, that's a pretty good stamp. Not bad. Test this. So this is going to go like this. This will go like this. Ooh, look at that. Perfect, you guys. The number's covered a little bit, but I don't care about that. Nice. And then, should I put something there? Maybe I'll put like a signature. Do I have my Kathy Holden? Let me see. So here's my Kathy Holden stamp set, and I think I'm going to stamp a signature right here. So let me see if I can find a long one. It's pretty good. Almost done, I promise. And I'm going longer than I said. And black. Okay. I'll put this right. Let's see. Right here. We'll put it right under the identification check. It might get covered a little bit, but that's all right. Looks good. Yeah, that's all right. It's my Kathy Holden stamp sets. And should we put a number there? I don't know. We'll see. We'll hold that for next time. And then the last thing, I keep saying the last thing, right? But I swear this is the last thing. Because I kind of want you guys to be at a place where we can just start decorating on Sunday. So if you guys do make this, I want you to try to get at least this far. So I want to put numbers on the pages. So I have this stamp set. I don't have it in the shop because I wasn't sure. I mean, I think most of you guys probably have a stamp set like this. So it's just numbers, and I'm just going to number our pages. So I like how mine go to, you know, they have their own numbers, but if I wanted to do, I think I have more than just 5 pages. So let's do this one. All right, so let's see. And we'll do the pages in red, I guess. And maybe we won't stamp them all, but I'll just kind of show you what I'm doing. So, all right. Okay, so number, right? And we'll do that on every page. So 1, 2, so just want to, this be number 2, right? Should this be number 3? No, we won't number this one. We'll do this, number 3. Number 4, right? Number 5. Six. Oh, getting a little lazy with my stamp in there. Number 7. Number 8, and that's it. All right, so that's all the numbers. Okay, now let's get the actual numbers. So this is my NO, and then, so this is where we're going to have to switch out. So we'll start with number 1. Right. Okay, so here's number 1. Alright. So number 1. There you go. And so on and so forth. I won't make you guys sit here through my number stamping, but you guys get the idea. All right, so at this point, we have a signature. We've done some stamping to it already. We've created our identification card. I don't even know what to call this, which will be going right here. And we're going to decorate this on Sunday, create the pocket, and then kind of go from there. I'm thinking I'm going to make it a little elf journal. So probably we'll be using either that or these winter ones. It's cute, huh? Kind of like the elf. I'll probably use the elf. I'll probably also be using those that sticker, the postal strip sticker. So you guys have that as a freebie. I think that I linked it up. But so check the description box, and I think that's it, you guys. So we'll finish this up on Sunday during our Sunday afternoon crafting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this process and this tutorial. Let's see. And once we finish this, if you guys are interested, we can make the actual book that these signatures go into. But when we get there, I mean, you'll have to make 3 of these to go into your signature book. But we'll talk about that more on Sunday to figure out exactly where we want to go with this. But that's it. That's all I had for you today. I hope you guys liked the tutorial. If you're interested in any of those lined journal pages, they are in the shop along with these ledger pages. You can make your own signatures, and like I said, you can choose to make it whatever size you want to. This was a smaller one, which I will keep working on. My little insert went down there. There we go. And I'll keep working on this one. But I'll probably end up making a few of these, and of course, like everything I make, it ends up in the shop. But in any case, I just like going on the journey for the pure joy of creating, and I appreciate you guys coming along with me. So that's it. I will see you guys on Sunday, and I hope you all have a nice evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up.